All right, this video, you guys, is going to be on expectation of order flow. There's going to be two things that we talk about. One is going to be order flow, and the other is going to be block flow. These two concepts are similar but different enough that we need to talk about them. Order flow has to do with the fact that price should be making, in an uptrend, price needs to be making higher highs and lower highs, and in a downtrend making lower lows and lower highs. That's pretty common. In block flow, so actually, okay, in block flow, price, in a downtrend, price must respect the previous, I'm going to say two things, S&D zone, so supply and demand zone, or OB. And in an uptrend, so we're actually going to see in a supply zone or OB, and in an uptrend, price needs to be respecting previous demand or OB. And there is a distinct difference between the two, okay? When you have an uptrend or downtrend, so for this instance, we're just going to do a downtrend, price from a candlestick perspective, each one of these retracements, you guys, is a wick. And in an uptrend, each one of these retracements is a wick. As price starts to rally, it will then create the candle body, and then you'll have your close, and you'll have a retracement sometimes on the top, and then you'll have sometimes a retracement even deeper on the next candle, and then it will continue. That is the difference of order flow. Block flow is when you have candles that are making new supply and demand. They keep making their block flow. They break order flow to come back down into previous order block and then continue higher. And then in a downtrend, they break their internal order flow to continue to a previous order block, and then they continue their downflow or their downtrend. This is a distinguishable difference when we're talking about expectation of order flow and how I like to present the ability for us to understand that if price leaves behind a fair value gap, which we'll be talking about in our POI section, and it changes its order flow, we can look to short to the next supply or demand zone and then look to go long. And this is how we're able to get into such nice counter trend and pro trend trades, because we know the difference between order flow and block flow. So with that being said, we're going to get into the charts and we're going to go into some examples of the difference.